What's up, Airsoft Nation? Dragon here again. What can I say? Hey, I had an event I was putting up, I was doing videos for, I was uploading the information. I have, you know, most of it planned out, but I got approval to run it on a certain weekend here and did all my paperwork, got all that in. I got approval, and so I started like hammering out some details. I started hammering out videos for it, and was going to be posting, ticket page and rules and everything by the end of this weekend coming up. And then as soon as I started uploading the initial videos, I'm browsing through Facebook there, and then I see that the ARA, the Arkansas Recon Airsoft, which is kind of based down in Camden headquarters. I think it's Camden or Benton, one of the two. It's a little bit further south than me, and south of the Outlaws. But I mean, they're really great guys. I played with them. As a matter of fact, the main radio that I use, had come off a recommendation off of their guys using them. It is really great radio. I'm glad that they had shared that information with me because it has been a game changer in larger milsim situations and events for me. But anyways, they run a really great ops most of the time. They like to use the Darcy training facility. They got kind of like a deal worked out with them that they can use it. And but lots of times those games are pretty interesting. They're really milsim, more, I won't say more milsim minded or whatever, but that's where they focus on. They don't really do anything that I am aware of that's not milsim related in airsoft. So, but I had the event scheduled on the same date, and at first I was like, oh man, what am I going to do? I mean, it took me a process to get approval for this. I can't really do anything about it right now. I'm just going to have to go forward with it. And then I thought about it, and then I was like, well, I'll do the right thing, and I'll post an apology video, and and I'll go ahead and run my thing, and we'll just see, how that pans out. And as soon as I, got the video done and everything, I decided to go ahead and start uploading it. And then from that point right there, it was bothering my gut. It was bothering me on the inside. It wasn't sitting well. It was like eating something bad, it kept gargling and rolling around. And finally I'm like, Dragon, you can't do this. And the reason why that you're feeling bad is because this is going against your nature. This is going against the grain of actually what you desire and what you want with the hobby itself. So I went through the process. I took all the videos down, got rid of them, and decided that, well, the ARA has already set the date, and I just didn't know it. They'd had it for a little bit longer than what I even knew I was going to get approval for. So I was like, I'm going to cancel the event that I was going to run here on the same date. And I did. Kind of sucks for me to go to my bosses and say, I need approval for these dates for this something. And then, 3 or 4 days later, it's like, well, I've already got to cancel. Not sure how that's going to, how they're going to look at me in the long run, for the next time I say, hey, I need these dates for whatever. They're going to be like, well, you're just going to, set us up and then, not pull the rug out from underneath our feet a few days later. I don't like doing that. I've had to do, I'm starting up, I'm quitting, or, I'm starting up, or I'm shut down, or I got this, but now we can't use the field. There has been such a roller coaster with this Arkansas combat simulations, and a lot of it is more or less my fault in one way or another. But I'm more willing and more apt to want to work with all the airsoft groups as opposed to being just another place that clashes. That it doesn't make any sense to me to do this. Because I keep stressing that Arkansas Combat Simulations is not a venue or a group or a team that is competitive in the realms of, we're not trying to take anybody's players. We're not trying to take business away from other places. We're not trying to do anything except for just provide more. Provide, another place to play, more places to play, more ways of playing, more times of playing, because not everybody, I mean, the ARA doesn't do stuff all the time. From my point of view, I don't really know, because I don't visit their forum very much anymore. I'm not even sure I have the link actually for it anymore. I don't go direct to their direct site and stay updated on their information. I just see various things through Facebook here and there. And usually it's because one of the team members, I'm on a team, has seen it and reposted it someplace. But yeah, they kind of do things sporadic, so they're not doing stuff all the time. The Arkansas Outlaws aren't doing something all the time. It's kind of impossible for even a larger group and organization like the Outlaws to run a trigger day every weekend or run an event every so many weeks. It's, they got their hands full about what they got, and there is always the potential for more there and in ARA and even here. But anyways, I don't like overlapping dates. I don't like scheduling things when somebody else has something scheduled of any real importance. I mean, if little 3 or 4 man team up in Mountain Home or whatever got together and said, "Oh, we're doing a trigger date," that's not going to affect the Outlaws. It's not going to affect ARA. It's not going to affect me here. On running something on that same date. That's not what I mean. I mean something of importance, like the ARA had an event, they had an op. They've already invested time, effort, money to secure and run and plan out and all that good mess for the certain dates, right? So it's not right for Dragon to say, "Oh, well, I'm going to run an op on these certain dates too." Now, players that are in our region here, or within our realm of influence, y'all decide whether you want to go play at ARA or decide to come here and play. And I don't want to do that. Maybe sometimes it may get to the point where certain things can't be helped. But if there's a conscious choice in the matter and all that, again, this goes back to the thing of our hobby that drives it. It's the honor and the integrity, doing the right thing. And to me, doing the right thing was ARA already had their date set. They already had this lockdown. They had already been advertising. I just didn't know it. So I did the right thing, and I said, I'm canceling my plans. I'm canceling my event. I'll go through the process, and if I can make it for either a later date or an earlier date or something, I will. I'm not really sure, because the end of the year stuff that's going on here, they have a couple of things they call Winterfest and things that come in here. I am not sure where I stand on that just yet. I got things that are vaguely on the calendar, but they're not confirmed and they're not canceled or denied. So I don't know. But anyways, that's where we're at on that. Just kind of wanted to let everybody to know what was going on. That sometimes things just don't work out the way that you originally planned it. I mean, I was super excited, and I was like, well, yeah, we're finally going to get to run an event and start getting the name out there and growing this thing. And and then I seen that post, and I'm like, it like I said, it just bothered me in my guts. It didn't sit well, and I just wasn't going to do that to anybody. And like I said, if it's anything that I know about a conscious effort, that'll never be an issue with Arkansas Combat Simulations and anybody else, whether it's a team, a venue, whatever, of any important stuff like events and things of that nature. We're not double booking dates, and can't help what everybody does on the outside the state or whatever. you know, you can only keep up with so much and only make so many concessions on that. But still, you know, doing the right thing, at least from my point of view. And we'll see where that goes. I had something else I thought I was going to talk about, but I done forgot it now, so maybe in the next video. It's Dragon. I'll catch y'all later.